Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I said hey.
Hey.
Welcome back to my channel.
Hey, girl.
Hey y'all, I'm Jasmine W. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Y'all know what time it is, okay? Y'all know I like to jump right into it, but first, I must let you know that I have a podcast called Jasmine Gives Bad Advice. It comes out every Thursday, so make sure you listen to it, okay? There's a few more episodes I'm going to be putting on podcast form, and then I'm going to bring the podcast to my YouTube channel, and it's going to be visual, and I'm trying to think of how I want to do it and make it really cute and fun for us to enjoy. I'm sure y'all are going to love it, okay? So stay tuned. Y'all know I also love to support Black business on this channel, honey. Thank you for everyone who commented their favorite black businesses on my previous video. I'm gonna go back and look at those later. And anyway, so today I would like to showcase You Go Girl Melanin cards. If you watch my Bachelor reviews, you already know that I've showed this card off before, but anyway, their founder sent me this card, and it's just super cute, and I keep it as a keepsake because this is me. Anyway, you can shop their cards at shopyougogirl.com. That's shopyougogirl.com. Anyway, we are here to talk about Ready to Love, okay? Ready to Love with nephew Tommy. Anyway, I'm going to be talking about episodes 3 and episodes 4 today. They were both boring as hell, and I'm mad. Let me just get into it. On episode 3, which was what we're going to talk about first, this was the Opposites Attract episode. Of course, every season they have an Opposites Attract episode where they challenge, I think, the men or sometimes the women, but on this episode, they challenge the men to date somebody or ask somebody out that they would not normally ask out. I really love this concept. In the past, way back in the day, I definitely said yes to dates to people who I didn't, wouldn't suspect would even ask me out on a date, or I wasn't necessarily super attracted to at first, because I believe attraction can grow, and you never know. LJ and Looney went out on a date. Remember, Looney had COVID in the previous episode, so she came back in episode 3 after she had quarantined. He said that he had been checking on her while she was out. That's very thoughtful. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure he's probably the only guy who did that. He heard that she had COVID, and then he thought to check on her. That's cool. Looney said that she wants somebody who prioritizes their relationship because she recently lost her mother, and that was her only family. So that makes her dependent on her man. I thought that, it's really nice that she's being upfront about that, but tell me if you guys have a situation yourself or friends who don't have a big community, because in order to be a happy mother, I've realized that you have to have a community. So the fact that she doesn't have any family, building a family yourself is very difficult. And if you are a mom and you don't have community, I want to make content about this on my YouTube in the near future. It's 10 times as hard. And I can't even imagine, because I feel like I do have a pretty good community. You know what I mean? Very small, but it's still pretty good, and very reliable community of people to help me as a mother. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. I think that, she should be with somebody who has a really big family, a really awesome family, so that they can have a community if they're going to have kids, if that's what she wants. But anyway, we saw the girl with the flower in her head go out on a date with Granddaddy.
Oh, go ahead and sip tea, because you know they already got something to say about this.
Anyway, she told him to take them damn glasses off, and I'm glad she did. I wrote down, I don't know how I feel about side ponytails. The only people who can really pull off side ponytails, in my opinion, are supermodels and Beyonce. I've never seen a side ponytail and been like, yes, except when Beyonce does it. But anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think. Anyway.
No shade, but.
And maybe RuPaul. RuPaul has pulled off a side pony before. But anyway, Side Pony asked Granddaddy if a girl has to do backflips to prove that she's interested in you, for you to show her that she's interested. This is gonna also come up on episode 4, where Sunflower is
Girl.
sort of like questioning a man and whether he's into her or not. I kind of felt like during her conversation with Granddaddy, she was fishing a little bit. And it's like, baby, you all of that in a bag of chips. Be all of that. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to fish to be like, so if I give you my number, is you gonna use it? Okay. Why you gotta do all of that?
Okay.
Just, girl, you are already all that. Just be yourself.
And stop.
Anyway, let's move on to Samson and Shaunice. We're still talking about episode 3. They went on a date. Samson said Shaunice is not somebody he would initially be attracted to, based on his first conversation with her. Shaunice said that Samson is not somebody she would initially be attracted to. I really wondered why they would not initially be attracted to each other. Samson is good looking. He's 48, she's 43. He doesn't have kids. He's never been married. Neither has she. So why wouldn't you guys initially be attracted to each other?
Right.
I'm confused. Samson asked Shaunice how she keeps in shape. And she said, my mom was curvy and thick at this age. And
Okay, girl.
aren't all of us thick at 43? Aren't all moms thick, honey? Because, honey, if my hips don't show up by 43, then I just thought it was kind of weird because she said it like she was 16. But anyway, somebody gonna say I'm ageist, but the way she worded it was a little bit odd. She said, yeah, my mom had these curves at her age. He asked you how you stayed in shape. Anyway.
Move on, girl, because they're not gonna get it.
On this date, they went to a trapeze spot. This was really fun. I don't have any upper body strength, as you can tell. Ooh, I've been doing yoga. Anyway, so I would probably fail at this date, but I think it would be really fun to try and like, hold on. I think I want to do it. I'm gonna see who wants to do it with me. But anyway,
Nobody.
On this date, it was Mike, Looney, Swayze, the YouTuber, April, Justice, and Shaunice. Shaunice. I couldn't read my own handwriting. Anyway, all the men left April to go talk to the other women, and April said, she looked around and none of the men wanted to talk to her. Well, also earlier in the episode when she first got there, she said that she wasn't worried about any of the men, that she's an athlete and that she wanted to just play around on the jungle gym.
So play around then.
That's why they left you where you liked to be at with the ropes. Anyway, this is what I'm going to say about April. These edges are not it.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Once a man sees these edges, they're not interested.
He running, honey.
Why are they coming down way down here?
Running like them edges is running.
April looks 30 years old. She literally looks my age. Them edges look 60. Like, and not 60 as in a 6-year-old person. They look as if she's had them glued down since for 60 years.
Yeah, since 59.
Anyway, April went and sat on Mike's lap and then began to interrogate and antagonize him about why he wasn't interested in her.
I hate when y'all do this.
If you know that this man is not interested in you and you peep that he wasn't interested in you, why are you in his lap asking him about why he's not interested in you? You want him to tell you to your face that he's not interested in you and he's obviously uncomfortable doing so. You said, so you are interested in me. And he hesitated and you said, see, that's what I'm talking about. If you're interested in me, you have to let me know. He just said he wasn't interested in you. You're in his lap. You're in his face. Why?
Yep. Please explain to me why y'all like being turned down.
If I got the feeling that somebody wasn't interested in me, I would not speak to them. And then when they come and ask me and say, hey, why you haven't been making conversation, Jazz? I would say, oh, I was under the impression that you weren't interested in me.
And then see what they have to say and not argue.
Why are you in his lap asking him why he don't like you? This is why. Anyway, Kayla and Swayze hit it off. I think that they actually look very cute together. Swayze said that Kayla walked like she knows she looked good, okay? And I know that's right, and she do. Uh, anyway, Mike and Sharice sat down and had a conversation that went left really quickly. Mike said that he was married and he has kids at I think he's 40, in his mid 40s. And Sharice said that his divorce and his kids are baggage. He got offended by that. And you know what? I think that having kids and having a divorce and being divorced, it is baggage to some people. Is it bad baggage?
Depends.
In my opinion, no. It's showing at 40 something years old, to me, it's shown that you were in love and it didn't work out, and you guys have beautiful children together that I'm sure you love and care about and hopefully you take care of and stuff like that. It's not baggage to him because that's his personal life experiences and it meant something to him.
Right.
It's baggage to you, Sharice, because you don't want somebody who has all of that. Fine, but that's not something you tell somebody. You just tell your friends that. You go back and tell your friends, oh, he might have a lot of baggage, but it's not something you tell to somebody's face, because it's like reducing their children's lives and their past love and everything down to something negative. And Mike got offended by that. And honestly, I see why he got offended. And he said, you're 45, you've never been married, and you don't have kids. To me, those are red flags. And he's right. He's right. Because that's his opinion. And just like she thinks that this is baggage for him, he thinks that's baggage for her. Is that something that he should have said to her? No. But she went low, baby, and he went lower.
Okay, ain't no Michelle Obama over here.
Oink, oink. So it is what it is. I think that Sharice is going to have a hard time finding somebody who's never been married and doesn't have kids, who is her age or older than her.
Oh,
let me get off of this. Anyway, let me move on. Randall and Tanika, with the sprained wrist, went out on a date. Tanika said she's looking for somebody spiritual, emotional, and physically to connect with. She's heavy on the physical. Remember on the last episode or on the first episode, Tanika said she brings to the table ass and titties.
and she laid them on the table.
Honestly, that's all that I've seen her bring to the table since this season started.
Ooh. Ooh. No shade, but
anyway, Randall was nervous with her, and she was all up in his grill. I personally think that Tanika gives me a little bit of like an auntie vibe. I don't know what it is. It's like somebody who's coming on strong, but who's much older than you. That's just me. Let me know what y'all think. She's like, scoot closer, baby.
Come over
It's giving
here.
me Eartha Kitt. Like, it's giving coming on strong, in my opinion.
Right.
Y'all let me know. I wrote down, are we going to see Randall in a t-shirt in every scene? And the answer is yes, we are. He wears a t-shirt every day. There's nothing on it. There's nothing over it. There's no jacket. There's no shacket. There's no overshirt. There's nothing extra about it. Just a t-shirt. Anyway, next they went on a date to an archery, and I think it was Swayze and I don't know. Anyway, this one of the girls, I forget her name, KD, she had on this onesie and this headband. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but this headband with the twists that she had, I'm 90% sure that those twists were attached to the headband.
You ain't fooling nobody.
She looked like she was about to go to sleep, in my opinion. She had on a onesie that looked like, what do you call it? Like undergarments that you wear like a thermal in the wintertime. And then she had on a headscarf that had twists attached to it around it.
It was not a look, babe. I'm sorry.
On a date.
On a date. Oof.
At one point I looked up and she had a rib. I said, where did she get this rib? Where did she get this baby back? Nobody else is eating.
And a hot link.
Where is the food? Anyway, honey, Swayze told Brandy that he said that he's the catch, that any woman gets him, that, you know, is going to be with him is caught the big fish and caught the biggest catch on the show and in the wild, honey. And that's the kind of man that Katie likes. Because she wants somebody who can take charge. Mike and KD sat down, and he said, jokingly, he said, you seem like you could be a little bit uptight. You know, you're very serious and stuff. And she was like, immediately her face said, and she said, uptight? You the uptight one. Baby, this is what he is talking about. Mike said, after that, if you notice, Mike said, you know, I like to joke around. I'm sorry if, you know, you took that the wrong way. You know, I didn't mean it. And she was like, you the uptight one, huh? You the shy one. We have to break you out of your shell. Mike in the shell. She went in. And honestly, I just think that Katie is too, she's not easygoing. She's not willing to get to know people. As soon as she feels like she has you summed up, she's over with you. She's done with you. And you know what I mean? I feel like you can easily make the wrong assumptions about people if you're like that. And then also, it's like you're not giving off a good impression to people for people to see, you know, your potential, because you're so busy sizing them up that you're not even allowing people in. You're asking tons of questions. You're trying to get to the point. You know what I mean? I think that Mike is kind of funny. I think he has a really good personality. I think he's very easygoing, and he's kind of like, he likes to have a good laugh. But I think he's easily turned off. So they rubbed each other the wrong way. You'll notice that when Brandy came in and KD left, Brandy has a very lighthearted, very fun, easygoing personality, and her and Mike just click because they're bouncing off this positive energy off of each other. And Katie just honestly just doesn't seem like she has the same positive energy, like the bubbliness that Brandy has, that works better with Mike's personality, because he sort of has that in him as well. You know what I mean? I hope I'm making sense. But anyway.
Girl, you ain't making no damn sense. Let's move on to the next date.
The men sat down and talked about which of the women they would like to eliminate. It came down to April, who is the oldest woman in the group, and it came down to KD, which is the rudest woman in the group. Justice said that he got a DM from KD at 1 a.m. and nephew Tommy was like, are you trying to say that she DM'd you at 1 a.m? He's like, I'm not saying it. You saying that, but I'm saying it. What is you saying?
He's saying he lame.
First of all, the DM that you got from Katie at 1 a.m, what was it about? You didn't tell us what she DM'd you about.
Chicken.
The fact that it was at 1 a.m, are we supposed to make the assumption that it was an inappropriate DM? Were you offended? Did you feel harassed? Were you sexually harassed? I'm trying to figure out what's going on, because Katie works for herself. She has a business. She's an entrepreneur. 1 o'clock in the morning may have been the only time that she had. So to me, when I hear that she DM'd him at 1 o'clock in the morning, it doesn't mean that she was trying to get the draws. It means that she had a moment and she DM'd him on Instagram. What's the problem? Anyway, and I'm trying to figure out what he's trying to do by bringing this up.
Make her look bad.
Anyway, LJ met with April, and Swayze met with KD. Swayze told KD that, the men think that you're coming on a little strong. You're not being, very easygoing. And she said maybe the men should learn how to lead. And that's okay if I'm coming on strong, because I want a man who's tough anyway. You want somebody who's toxic. You want somebody who can lead you and be a man and be masculine. It sounds like you looking for misogyny, babe. In my opinion.
And a lot of you are.
Listen, I understand, being able to learn from somebody who's like successful and you feel like you can follow their lead in a lot of ways. But what you're looking for is misogyny, Katie.
That's what it sounds like.
I'm surprised you haven't found that.
Yes, that's easy.
But it sounds also like you looking for misogyny, but you also probably have a problem with being controlled, being disrespected, being told what to do, because those are the things that come along with the misogyny that you're asking for, and nobody really likes those things. So I think that she should really reevaluate the things that she wants.
Boop, there you go.
Because obviously what you've been looking for in the past is not working out for you. Maybe you should go for somebody who is looking for you to be a little bit more gentle with them. All the men here, all 10 of the men here, I guess, are too weak for you. That doesn't make sense. Anyway, LJ sent April home. April told LJ, "You a breath of fresh air, baby." Yeah. Yeah, you are. Then got sent home and she said, "I receive it."
Yes.
I receive it. Listen, April was beautiful. She's a great catch. She's the oldest of the women, which I think put her at a disadvantage. If I'm going to be completely honest on this show, the men tend to run to the younger women. I'm not saying that it's right. I'm just saying that's what they tend to do on the show.
If you watch.
But I think that April, while being very beautiful and having, a really gentle personality, she didn't have much of a personality. So it wasn't enough of a personality to draw people in. And that's why she got sent home, I think. And then also her personality was just a little bit like...
Her edges too.
Always complimenting the men, but never really like making genuine conversation with them, in my opinion, that I saw on camera. I'm sure she did, but I didn't see it on camera. Okay? Let's move on to episode 4. So we are on to episode 4 of Married to Love.
Married to Love.
We started off with the women this week. This is their week to send somebody home. Anyway, nephew Tommy told the girls to think big this week and be bold. He said, "You gotta think big, bitch. You thinking small, but you gotta think big." Okay. He said that they were going to throw an epic white party in Miami, an epic Miami white party. He said epic at least 7 times this episode, and I just hate to give spoilers away. There was absolutely nothing epic about this white party.
Not a thing.
It was just the cast in white hanging out like they always do. There was nothing epic about it. I thought I was gonna see some fire dancers, honey. I thought some of the habanero mango wings from Bar 1 was gonna come and be served out. I thought something was gonna happen. Nothing happened. So what made it epic?
Not them wings again.
Anyway, Randall and the YouTuber went out on the date at the top of the episode. She said that she wasn't initially attracted to him, but, she wanted to give it a shot by, going out on a date with him, and that worked out to her advantage. She said that there was definitely sexual chemistry there. I'm like, doesn't she have sexual chemistry with every man that she comes into contact with? I mean, it seems like she does. I wrote down, here's Randall once again in another t-shirt. I said, will he wear a white t-shirt to the party? Probably. Thank God he didn't. He wore a button up, but geez Louise, like, how many times are we going to see this man in a plain Hanes? I mean, I just want him to have a little bit more creativity is all, right? I'm not saying I want him to go out and spend a lot of money or wear designer things. That's not my thing at all. Just have a little bit, what's your creativity? Like, what? Do you have imagination?
Do you?
Anyway.
Because you can't get it out.
Jamala and Justice were hanging out, and he said he's not a dater, and he's not a romantic. He said, I'm not going to spend money on somebody while trying to get to know them. And all I heard was, I'm broke. I am broke. I'm broke. I don't have money. I'm broke. I'm extremely broke. I'm below the poverty line. I'm BPL. I am below the poverty line. I don't have any money. I am broke. I am broke. I am poor. I'm broke. I don't have any money. I don't have money.
Oh, I'm dying.
He said he doesn't have personal time to dedicate to a woman, and that he's the king, and the king has to take care of the kingdom, and he doesn't have time to chase. Baby, if you are the king and you do not have time to have a kingdom, okay? You don't have time to have a queen. You don't have time to have an heiress, a prince, none of that. Continue to work on building your kingdom and worry about your lions and tigers and bears.
He ain't got no kingdom.
Okay? Because it sounds like that's where you need to be putting your energy. I'm not saying that you have to take many people out on dates. I already talked about in my first video how it can be expensive. If you are a guy and you are dating women and you are expected to pay for every date, if you're going on a lot of dates, I totally understand that. It's the mindset. What you are serving is your opinion on a dumpster lid. Don't like it. It stinks.
Stinky, smelly.
Anyway, let's jump to the party, the epic party at Nephew Tommy's house that turned out to be just a gathering that I've thrown better parties.
Baby, a few times you have, yes. Or I have.
I wrote down, Tommy's wife is beautiful. He said, do you feel special, baby? She said, yeah, I feel special. He said, do you feel special? She said, I feel special. He said, give me some of that sugar.
Okay.
Anyway, Randall is here in a t-shirt again. Anyway, one of the ladies sat down with Granddaddy, and he said that he was engaged in the past. And let me just say this. Some people like to come on my page and say that I'm ageist. This guy looks like my grandfather. God rest his soul.
Literally.
That's why I'm calling him Granddaddy. Anyway.
Leave me alone.
He said that he was with somebody for a long time and they wanted to get engaged. That's not what he wanted, but he broke down. They broke him down and he proposed to that person. The next day he asked for his ring back.
Embarrassing.
I think it was Shaunice he was talking to. Shaunice said, I want somebody who's going to be with me and not lie about, whether they want to be with me or not. And he said that was 11 years ago. While that was 11 years ago, I think the truth still remains that Granddaddy does not want to get married.
At all.
And he wants to find somebody to travel with. He wants to basically be with someone who will probably go on trips but not post him on Instagram. And that's cool if that's what he wants. That's, I'm all for people who don't want to commit, but be open about the fact that you don't want to commit. You know what I mean? And that's what he should have done in the past relationship. It sounds like he learned a lesson from that, though. Mike also sat down with Shaunice and he apologized for saying that, her not being married and not having kids at 45 when she's actually 43. He apologized for, coming at her like that. But one thing Mike said when he was talking to Shaunice, he was like, put the food down for me. Put the food down. Baby, no. You can talk to me while I chew. I'm not putting my food down.
Period.
So my food can get cold. Come back when I'm done eating. Shaunice was nice enough to put the food down, baby. My food would not have left my hand. I would have said, why? So that my food can get cold, and then what? Is there a microwave around?
Exactly.
Because I'm not wasting food. Tanika and LJ were having a conversation, and I don't remember what they were talking about, but Tanika said, take down their panties. It was giving me, once again, auntie energy. I don't know what it is about Tanika. Maybe she reminds me of my auntie. It's something about her. Maybe this is just a personal thing for me. Y'all let me know.
I think it is.
Because it's get for me. Anyway.
She do look like your family.
So Katie was having a conversation with somebody, I don't know. But anyway, she ended up outing Shakira and her past trauma that they talked about in the ladies' lounge in Nephew Tommy's tabernacle, okay? Listen, I thought that we're going to see this really unfold next week, but this is really wrong. Y'all know what happens in this room stays in this room.
Period.
Why are you running back to tell the men what Shakira has experienced in her life, the type of trauma she's experienced in her life? Why are you telling the men that? Oh, I know why. It's because you might be insecure and you might be using it to put yourself at an advantage, thinking that the men will think differently of Shakira, and that's just wrong. I'm sorry. I don't like it. What happened to girl code? Anyway, same thing with Randall and the young lady who has a YouTube channel. He sat down with her and she was like, I seen you talking to Jamala. And he was like, yeah, and she was like, I seen her ass on YouTube. Why?
And where's the link?
Why are you telling him this? Because the camera keeps focusing on your ass every time you get up and sit down on this show.
Ooh.
So who cares if her ass is on YouTube? Did it look good? Where was it? Can I look it up?
Okay.
Y'all let me know if y'all seen her ass on YouTube because I want to see it because her body looks banging. okay? Like, are you trying to make yourself look better? What's happening here? What's going on?
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Anyway, I wrote down, what is epic about this party? They all changed into white. They were there all day. They changed into white.
Same food was served.
I didn't see what was epic about this. Anyway, we saw KD hang out with Swayze, and she realized that she really loves Swayze. She said actually in the nephew Tommy's tea room that Swayze is the only real man there or something like that. Something that had that gist of it. The fact that she likes Swayze out of all these guys lets me know that she's not ready to love. She's ready for a good time, because that's the only thing Swayze is providing. She wants somebody not to settle down with. She wants to have a good time. Nothing wrong with that. But I think that's the disconnect here. Miss Tommy was here giving advice to all of the couples. Samson sat down with Shaunice, and he said, women of color. First of all, who's women of color? Shaunice was like, yeah, I'm glad you recognize that about women of color. Who is women of color?
Please let me know what that is.
You talking about black women?
Black.
There's nothing but black women here. Why are we saying women of color? You mean black women? He said that black women are so strong. I like a woman who's been through some struggle. Why are black men so comfortable with seeing us struggle?
Ooh, girl, go ahead and get into it. Read them.
Us struggling is a turn on to you. You love it. You love it when we just build up that strength and resilience, honey. It just turns you the hell on, doesn't it? You know what? I'm tired of seeing us struggle. I'm tired of struggling. I don't want to struggle. Baby, what?
This was my last year struggling. I'm telling you that right now.
And then Shaunice was like, yeah, I'm glad he saw that, the strength in us black women. I'm sure that Samson didn't mean it in like any sort of a malicious way because his mother is black. But the fact that you both are using women of color and talking about how black women struggle and how it's so endearing, how it builds our character, is annoying to me. It's letting me know that you both are out of touch a little bit with what it means to be a black woman in America.
In 2022, because we tired of struggling and it's not cute.
I'm sorry. You both are a little bit off when it comes to how black women are tired of saving the day, and we are tired of struggling, and we're tired of being strong. I want to be weak like white women. I want to burst into tears at any given moment.
Right now, actually.
I am tired of being strong. I want to be weak. Call me Katie. Anyway, at the end of the day, Zoe, aka Granddaddy, LJ, and Justice were in the bottom three this episode. We know that Granddaddy not going home because we see him on the episode next week. So it's between LJ and Justice is probably going to go home. He hasn't made a romantic connection with any of the women. He left nephew Tommy's party early. And I'm trying to figure out why he told old girl to tell everybody I left. Why can't you tell nephew Tommy and everybody else that you leaving? Why has she got to be the one to tell nephew Tommy that you gone? You left with your little dry cleaning bag and left. Child. Justice is a mess. I would love to see Justice on the next episode because I want to hear some more bullshit come out of his mouth. But he's probably going to be going home. Okay? Anyway, those are my thoughts for episode 3 and 4. Oh, it's so much when I do 2 episodes at once. But I like it this way because honestly, I feel like there's not quite enough substance to do 1 episode at a time. Anyway, y'all know I can't wait to read your comments. If you still here and you haven't subscribed to my channel, baby, you a hater at this point. And I will see y'all Monday with The Bachelorette. Bye.